and Wolverine trailer has dropped, and it has only made us more excited for what is promised to be the movie event of this summer. How can it not be when the thing is going to be jam-packed with hero and villain cameos? We've already chatted about all the various X-Men in previous trailer breakdowns. It's hard not to see Miss Cassandra Nova. Lady Deadpool has been teased in the last couple trailers but was fully shown for the first time in this one. There are clips of the MCU Avengers and their memorabilia in the movie, but one major cameo was unveiled in this trailer: Daphne Keane's X-23. Keane played the role in 2017's Logan, which you might recall as Jackman's last time in Wolverine's shoes, until now of course. Keane was only 11 or 12 at the time of filming, and now 8 years later the 19-year-old is set to step back into X-23's shoes. At timestamp 1:30, it's revealed that Wolverine has been talking to Keane's X-23, and she drops a banger of a line about Wolverine: "You were always the wrong guy till you weren't." Fans have pointed out that this is kind of the thesis of Wolverine's character, and I fear that I agree. Speaking of Wolverine's character, Marvel slipped in quite the recap of his story in this trailer. As Deadpool is doing a voiceover praising Wolverine, there are clips from previous movies, like the scene with Wolverine bursting out of the adamantium water. There's various shots of him just being cool. There's the shot of him and Deadpool from the movie that did them dirty, and of course the heart-wrenching scene with X-23 from Logan. So if you weren't up to speed on Wolverine, you certainly are now. Daphne Keane was recently doing a lot of press for another project she was in. Of course, every interviewer was asking her if she was going to be in Deadpool and Wolverine. They all got the same answer: no. Liar. We now know she was lying. Thankfully, it's out in the open so she can chat about the cameo all she wants. The actress actually said that all the lying she did in interviews was funny to her. She credits Andrew Garfield for her secret-keeping techniques. If you remember, he was asked if he was in No Way Home in every interview during that era, and he always adamantly denied he was in it. A lie. Keane says Garfield is the master of secret keeping, and she's not wrong. Hopefully he's been keeping secrets again, and there'll be one more major cameo not yet revealed. Right at the end of the trailer, timestamp 1:52, Deadpool is shooting webs, doing the classic Spider-Man flicks and making the little flip noise. Wolverine tells him to stop it, but we are obsessed. Deadpool in the comics is a huge Spider-Man fan. He's got the biggest crush on him. It's a major focal point of their relationship and super funny to read. Fans are hoping that it will also be super funny to watch. People are arguing in the YouTube comment section about this short moment. Some think it's a sign that Spider-Man will be in the movie. Others think it's just a nod to the Deadpool comics, like Deadpool saluting a video of Captain America in the first trailer. Some have pointed out that the sound Deadpool is making sounds like the noise Andrew Garfield's spiderweb shooters made. If a Spider-Man is going to be in this movie, it would make sense that it would be Garfield's. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is having a moment in the MCU. He is in no position to be in D&W. Maguire is a possibility, but Garfield and Reynolds are already buddies. I mean, they did kiss at the 2017 Golden Globes as a prank, and that is so Deadpool and Spider-Man coded. For anyone skeptical about Marvel being able to hide a Spider-Man cameo like this, they did it with 2 for No Way Home, and that's when the world's focus was on all the Spider-Men. Everyone's been keeping an eye out for X-Men and chatting about Wolverine. We never even stopped to think about all the other possibilities. Reynolds did hint in a recent interview that they asked to include characters until Marvel pretty much agreed, which, why couldn't Spider-Man be one of them? There have been rumors swirling for months that Andrew's Spider-Man was going to get a 3rd movie. Maybe the 3rd movie is this one. And I love being delusional. It's so fun. Even if we don't get a Spider-Man cameo, we will be just fine because there will be so many others. Not just heroes, but other Deadpools as well. Dogpool is in the movie. Dogpool is doing press for the movie. The other confirmed Deadpool is Lady Deadpool. She was shown in a full body shot for the first time in this trailer. In almost every trailer for this movie, Lady Deadpool has been teased just a little more. At first, we all thought that we might get a face reveal, and that's why Marvel was reluctant to do the full body shot right away. Turns out there was an entirely different reason for waiting. Lady Deadpool is great, but if you shift your attention behind her, at 1 minute 43 seconds, you can see a group walking through a dust cloud. Pretty much every hazy figure has katanas and a Deadpool look to them. Clearly we are going to have a whole Deadpool army on our hands come July 26th. I see a cowboy hat in there and some sort of floating mask, and I'm literally begging Marvel to include Beard of Bees pool. Let me know in the comments which variant you want to see. For anyone without an answer, pick up Deadpool Kills Deadpool, a bunch are featured in there. Deadpool variants have been explored multiple times. He probably has like the most confirmed variants out of any Marvel character because you can be completely ridiculous with his. Some Deadpool variants become so popular they get their own spin-off series, like Gwenpool for example. There is even a Wolverine pool, and wouldn't that be a feature in this film? In addition to all the on-screen cameos, there are quite a few just name drops. At 048, Wolverine mentions some of his past teammates, Scott, Storm, and Beast. He says, "Scott used to beg me to wear this suit, so did Storm and Beast." The suit in question being the famous blue and yellow. The suit everyone has been freaking out about since we learned Jackman was finally going to be wearing it. Before we move on though, I just want to point out that when Wolverine is saying Scott in that sentence, it cuts to a shot of Ant-Man's Scott Lang's giant skeleton. Marvel, I see you for that one, and that was funny. It's been made clear that a lot of this movie will be taking place in the Void, the land outside of time. The Void was introduced in the show Loki. If something or someone messes with the sacred timeline, they went to the Void. So that means it's filled with people and things from across universes, even entire buildings. 9 seconds in, we see Thor's homeworld, Asgard gleaming in the sunlight, and a car racing towards it. And that would be super cool. That would be a super cool base if for D&W, hopefully we get to see that. In addition to Asgard, at 10 seconds, there is a crashed helicarrier in the background, there's a pirate ship, maybe the pirate ship from Loki. Making its rounds around the Void is of course the shadowy, all-consuming Alioth. We see them a lot in this trailer, but we also see that Alioth appears to avoid the area that Cassandra Nova's base is in. At 050, it almost looks as if the thing is going over the fight, suggesting that Nova has figured out a way to hide from the beast, hinting at her genius level intellect. Another Cassandra Nova moment is shown at 123. She appears to be engaging in spaghettification or spaghettification. This was also something introduced in Loki's time with the TVA. It's also a real term meaning the stretch that something would experience when coming in contact with a black hole, but in Loki's world it's more like you are being unraveled, turned into spaghetti. Your timeline is woven together by the temporal loom. In Loki, there were problems with it, causing the unraveling of universes. When that happens, there's nothing left there, and that's a problem. Cassandra Nova can be seen in the trailer standing at a machine that looks like it's causing a universe to spaghetti. Why? Unclear, but likely she's receiving some sort of energy or maybe even an abundance of knowledge from the action. Either way, she'll probably end up more powerful than when she started. There is one thing in this trailer I cannot figure out. It is at 141, Deadpool waves at someone through some glass and I have no idea who it is. You can see part of their reflection in the window. They seem to be wearing like a silver helmet, but I can't place it. It could mean nothing, but Marvel is so secretive about everything that I feel like if they didn't want us to see it, it wouldn't be there. It looks like it could belong to Magneto or Shatterstar, Wanda, Wolverine, I don't know. Maybe it's someone already featured in a trailer, but I would love some help, so if you have any ideas, let us know. Again, I could also just be delusional. The tone of this trailer might have surprised some fans. It was a lot more serious than those that came before it. To dedicated nerds though, this is just showing the other side of Deadpool we all know and love, the man behind the mask. Deadpool actually started out as a serious antagonist. He wasn't the merc with a mouth, he was just a merc. As the character gained popularity and real world age, he became sillier and sillier within the merc umbrella until we landed at how we know Deadpool today. Funny only gets you so far. Marvel writers have rounded out Deadpool by exploring his tragic origin story, letting the character showcase that his heart is just as big as his weapons arsenal. This latest trailer really leans into the side of Deadpool that cares. We learn about his motivations and that the stakes are high for Deadpool in more ways than one. He has a beautiful line where he holds up a little picture of his family and says, "It's only 9 people, but my entire world is right here in this picture." Will I be crying in the theater? Yeah, probably. I'm looking forward to D&W. Let us know your thought in the comments. That is all. Bye!